If you trade futures, especially if you day trade futures, then you need to be aware of when a contract rolls. And I'm going to give you one of my favorite analysis tips for rolling futures contract charts for day trading. So before we look at the charts and information, important reminder that trading and investing can be extremely risky business. Therefore, it's your responsibility to evaluate any information, opinion, advice, or other content contained in this video. If you're new here, I'm Hema Reddy, and I love the E-mini S&P 500 futures. So here we are at the CME Group website because the E-mini S&P trades at the CME. And in the current format of the website, if you go to Markets, E-mini S&P 500, then you'll see all kinds of information about this contract. Now, what we want to look at is when the contract is going to change, because as per the specs that you see here, there is a contract every quarter. They're quarterly contracts, so March, June, September, and December. Now, each of these months has a symbol associated with it, and you can search online contract month symbols and find those out, but I'll let you know that for the purposes of the E-mini, March is H, June is M, September is U, and December is Z. That doesn't change. So when you look at a chart symbol, here I have ESU22 because I'm currently looking at the September U contract for the year 2022. But now, very soon, we're going to be rolling to the December contract. So let me show you first where you get that information about the roll date, and then let me show you my really cool tip to be able to transpose your analysis without having to do a whole ton of extra work. All right, so again, on the current layout of the CME Group website, to find the rollover dates, you go to Markets, go to Equity Index, because the E-mini S&P 500 is an equity index future. And then you scroll, okay, on the overview page, stay right there, and you head down past all of this individual market information, and you'll see resources, and these right here, roll dates is what we need. So if you're trading E-mini S&P 500 futures and holding any positions overnight, you need to be extremely careful and conscientious of roll dates, because you don't end up in a situation where you haven't rolled your positions in the next contract. For the purposes of day trading that I'm focusing on here, since you're day trading, you have no net positions, long or short, at the end of each trading day, at the end of the market close or the end of your session. So you're most likely going to not have to face that issue. However, you will have to update your charts and your analysis and maybe your trading screens or matrix if you use TradeStation. So you do need to still pay attention to this date. Now, I can save you a lot of trouble by you following my work in the Skinny and the Mini, where I'll give you updates on when I'm going to roll my analysis so that you can do the same. But I want you to know where you can find the information for yourself if you really want to dig around and double check. All right, so now that we know what the norm used to be, let me bring your attention to what's happening here in 2022. So I looked at this information months ago and I plotted on my calendar, and I was looking and seeing that the roll date was going to be September 8th, 2022. But it changed. And again, I don't know when it changed, but I checked it this week and it said September 12th, which is a Monday. Again, because I am focusing on day trading, as long as I know which contract I am putting my positions on and my matrix matches my charts, it's all good. So if I want to prepare my charts to get ready to roll them over to the new December contract on Monday, September 12th, there's a whole process I use, but I want to just highlight in on one piece that you guys can bring into your trading. So here's the daily chart of my current E-mini S&P 500 contract, and I don't share this with many people. I don't share very often, but this is my daily chart that has a lot of key information for me. So even though this is the September contract, okay, what I want to do is minimize it and put it down to the left so that I know whatever's on the left side of my screen is the old chart. Then I want to make a copy of it. So you can do this in any charting software. Here in TradeStation, it's just Control-Shift-C and then Control-Shift-V to paste that copy. Now that copied chart that I just made, I'm going to move to the right, and I'm going to change the symbol to the next contract month, which is ESZ22, as I just explained. The thing is, you can see, guys, that this daily chart to the right of the new contract is all naked and boring and has no analysis. The past history, prior to March has a lot of sediment levels and limit days. And again, those are very common if you trade futures. If you don't, you can look up those terms too. But really, for the purposes of day trading futures, all of this past action is not likely to affect you. You're going to be more focused on these full liquid candles and bars anyway. The thing is this. I don't want to lose all my trend lines. I don't want to lose all my forecasting analysis and so many of the things I have on the chart. But I can't just transpose them over by changing the contract symbol. So what I do is this. I put them side by side like you see here. And just like when you move from one house to another, right? If you move, you don't have a lamp in your master bedroom next to your bed, move it to the new house, and then still have the old lamp in the old house, right? It's not there anymore. So I do the same thing with my analysis. So let's start with something simple. Let's start with a trend line. So I'm going to grab this orange trend line here, and I'm just going to get it onto my cursor by left-clicking on my mouse here in TradeStation. And you can do this again in any software. You can line up your charts and use this technique. And then I'm going to right-click here to happen to capture the default settings. So I don't want to have to constantly recreate every single one of my color styles or thickness or anything like that. So by coming in here and hitting set as default, now I know I have an orange trend line of that thickness available. And I can look at the dates. Because when you change contracts, this is very important, the new contract is likely to trade at a premium, which is a higher price versus the old contract. If it happens to be trading at a lower price to the old contract, that's called a discount. So the numbers on the two contracts will not be the same. So if you're new to trading E-mini S&P 500 futures or any other index futures, you got to pay close attention to that, okay? Your screen, your computer's not being weird. The numbers are different on purpose. However, what's likely to be the same are the dates of the key highs and lows. We turned lower August 16th on the December contract, same thing on the September contract, and so forth. So if I had a trend line here and I hone in to what highs and lows it connected, so that was here August 2nd as well as August 5th, then I can just take the tool I just recreated, come to my charts, and on that chart, grab the trend line, connect August 2nd to August 5th, extend right. So I moved the lamp, right? I moved it to the new house. So what I'm going to do is delete it from the old house. Now, I would normally be doing this in a new workspace for the new contract, but you get the idea here, okay? So let me illustrate another one. Let's take this Fibonacci retracement of the June 16th to August 16th rally. It has my Gann numbers on it. I'm going to open it up. I'm going to set as default because I just want to capture my lines, my numbers, my settings, my colors. And I know that I retraced this move from here to here. Well, I can go in the new chart, grab the same tool, which now has the default settings, and recreate that analysis. So the exact low was here on the 17th, just like it was on the old contract. And now I can see, okay, not only did we retrace 62.5% on the September contract, we also retraced that on the December contract, but the number's slightly different. And in case the market falls back lower, I can be prepared with that analysis. And because I moved that element, right? Remember the lamp by your bed. You don't have two lamps in two houses if you move. If there's a lamp by your bed, it moves. So I would delete that. And this makes it very easy to transpose your analysis and not have to rethink and redraw every single thing. You can include other trend lines, your forecasting tools, your Gann drives, and so many other things I have on here. But this is just a taste. I'm going to do the rest coming into the roll date, which happens to be Monday. But I wanted to give you guys this insight because I was meeting with one of my Inner Circle coaching students this week who's very new to futures trading. She's been trading stocks for a long time, and her seeing it this way, the side by side, and her understanding that the new contract is not going to trade at the same levels as the old contract was really eye-opening. So it made me realize, hey, there might be other traders in the tribe who need this level of insight. Now, this is just a taste of my entire futures trading rolling process. So if you'd like to know more about that, you can write into the team. So if you're seeing this for the first time, hope this was helpful to your futures trading. If you're in my tribe already, Hope this boosts your preparations for the shift to the December contract ahead, or any contract role. This process will apply. So remember to subscribe, like, comment down below in the video, follow and join my tribe if you haven't already, and I'll catch you on the inside. You can sign up at the link to join my tribe and get my hot, timely, actionable updates as soon as I publish right to your inbox.